Hi, it's Stephanie, and this is the first screener in a series of screeners that I'm doing on a new website that I've created using PowerPoint 2007 and Articulate Studio 09. The website is stephanieharnett.ca, and you're looking at the home page of that website. It happens to be on slide number 1 of a 45-slide PowerPoint file. So let's take a look at the template. That's what I'd like to focus on with this screener, is the template that I used as well as the file folder structure. So if I pop over to the slide master, I can step you through how I set this up. I have 3 different master layouts that I'm using. This layout has a gradient fill, the Stephanie Harnett on the left side, and some very specific text. This layout is used only for the home page of the website. The second layout is a bit more generic. It has my name on the right side, and it has a gradient fill, and it's used for the bulk of the content in the website. And then I have a variation of that, which is a 2-column variation. Once I created my 3 master layouts, I then started to work on my templates that I wanted to use for each section within the website itself. And you can see this is the welcome section, and there's you can see I've duplicated my templates here. So the first template basically is all the text that's static on the page, text and graphics that are static. There's no animation effects on any of these elements. So those are the elements that I assembled here. Any elements that have an animated effect do not appear in the master template. Rather, they appear in normal view on the slide that I'm applying this template to. And the reason why I've done that is because Articulate does not support animated effects in the master template. Now I've duplicated that template that shows the result of an animated effect. Basically it's just static information, and then I'm using this template for other pages within the section, and I'll show you that in a minute of what I mean by that. And you can see that I've done that. I've repeated that process for each of the different sections of the website. In the master, I've also made sure I turned on titling, and I moved that title above the slide. That allows me to descriptively name each slide, and that just helps for understanding what is on each slide when I'm hyperlinking or working with Articulate interaction properties. I've also created a theme for this website. The theme just captures the font styles that I'm using, the fonts, and the color palette. So let's close out of the master view and pop back over to normal view. I'm just going to slide down to that welcome page that we had seen, and there it is there. And I'm just going to move the slide bar up. So here's the welcome page, and this is using the first of the 2 templates. It doesn't have anything in the upper left corner, so all I've done is I've applied the template, which brings in all the static elements, and then all I did was add in what I wanted to animate. So these 2 animated pieces were added in, this red box was, and these arrows were, and that is the only content that's on this slide. So it really helps with publishing time when you do it this way within Articulate. Now the idea with this page is that you click each number, and when you click a number you see some profile information, some work examples appearing in this area of the website. So what I've done is I've broke that out into individual slides. So when you click number 1, you're going to go to slide number 10. And slide number 10 is using the duplicated copy of the template with this piece up here already animated in, so it's just static. And then the only thing that's on this slide is the colored number, the text, and the element that slides in. When you click number 2, you go to slide number 11 and 3 and so on and so forth. So the reason why I did that is, well, it's actually easier to edit when things are broken out like this. I could have put all of these elements into one slide and then worked with layering to edit, but that would have been kind of confusing. Plus, Articulate doesn't support on-click triggers. And that's actually what's needed, in that if I put it all in one slide, I'd have to do an on-click trigger to trigger the animation to make it appear when I click a number. And since they don't support that, I broke it out into individual slides. Clicking a number takes you to a slide instead. And now you can see why I have so much text in my master templates on this website, is because I'm just putting the text on the master, and then if I change anything, I change it once there, and it applies it across any of the duplicated slides or any slide that's using that template. So let's take a look over into the file structure. My project library folders are similar for websites or for e-learning. In the root are the source files that I'm using. Versions, the published is the published Articulate output. Post-publish are files that I use that I actually manually drag in to the published folder after the fact. I also have an interactions folder for all the original source files. These are largely engage files. I have an images folder and an elements folder. The elements is just for audio scripts and other supporting documents and information for the e-learning project or website. So there you go, screener number 1 of 5.